Hey everybody, Zach here, and welcome to our mob grinder slash spawner. The reason we put spawner in there is because the main idea of this video is to show you guys how to build these spawning areas. How you grind them or kill them or what you do with the mobs is kind of up to you. This does show you how to automatically collect all their drops, but really the main idea here, like I said, is just show you how to spawn them. Here's just a quick clip of the spawner that I have built and just showing you some of the stuff it's collecting all by itself. This is kind of a medium-sized spawner, so it's not collecting a ton of stuff right now, but if you did increase the size of it, it could really fill up this chest very quickly. So let's go ahead and get into the actual tutorial part of the video. Alright guys, so here are the supplies you're going to need to build it. You're going to need stone or dirt or any other type of cheap thing will work. Hoppers and chests, and then you're going to need a water bucket and a water source too. And then the ladders and torches are for if you're building it in survival. You're probably going to need those to keep things from spawning, and then the ladders for climbing up to the top of your spawning contraption. So we're going to start now. Build a little hole, a 2x2 hole, and go ahead and just put some stone or anything in there just to kind of mark the area. I'm actually going to put some hoppers in there because that's what it's going to end up being anyway. And then you're going to want to build a tower around the little hole you made. This is where we're going to be dropping all of the monsters that we spawn, and basically where they're all going to be dying. I didn't calculate exactly how tall you had to make this tower. I just make it about 30 tall because that works. You can go look it up if you need to. I didn't actually do the research on how many blocks they have to fall to die, but I figure since this is enough blocks for them to die that it doesn't matter if I make it just a little bit shorter. So I will be finishing this little tube or the little drop tube in a little bit off camera, but for now you want to finish the ring on top, and then once this ring is finished, there we go, I'll show you. I kind of want to do this somewhat in survival, so I'll show you that you can sneak place. So go ahead and go right off the center of the hole, and if you hold down sneak you can just place blocks like that. You want to go 8 blocks out, excuse me, and then on the 8th block you go ahead and jump up, place one more block higher, just like you can see here. And you're going to want to make this 4 wide, so that's what you see me finishing here. And basically you're going to do this on each side of the little tube you just built, and that way you're going to have kind of a plus, if you kind of see what I'm visualizing. And then on the outer parts of the 4 that you just built, you're going to want to build a little wall. This is going to be a water stream that's going to push the mobs all the way down and into the hole, just like you see here. So once they fall in, the water will push them down and they will drop to their death, and you will get their items. So I'm going to finish all this up off of camera. Since you guys already saw how to build some of it, I'll just finish the rest quickly. Alright guys, so this is what your contraption should be looking like right now. You have 4 different water streams falling down into the killing tube. I don't know what to call that. It just looks like a tube to me. But now you want to fill in the sides so that instead of a plus, it's going to be a full-on square. The areas that you're filling in right now that you see me doing a little sneak place, that's going to be where the mobs are going to spawn. So they're going to spawn on these platforms, and then eventually they will walk to the water, and the water will be dropping them off and killing them for you. So you want to fill all of this in, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to fast forward all of that because I'm sure it's fun to watch me just fill it in with stone. And then I'll get back to you. Alright guys, so once you have completed filling in your areas, you're going to want to build the walls. I like to build the walls 4 high, and then on the 4th layer I put the ceiling, so in total the room is 3 tall. That does mean that Endermen can spawn, and Endermen don't really get killed well in this because they can teleport. So it can be kind of annoying. If that bothers you, you can just make this too high so that Endermen won't spawn in it. But I've never really had that much trouble with the Endermen, and I don't know, I just prefer to have a little bit more space in there. So again, I'm going to have this clip fast forwarded, or as it already is, and just finish that up quickly so you guys don't have to see me putting in these walls for too long. Alright, so this is the part where you can see a torch would come in handy, because once I place this last block, it is going to be pitch black in here, and if you are in survival, that could be pretty dangerous to have some mobs in there. And either way, it's not that big of a deal because you can, if you drop down and die instead of getting killed by the mobs, your items will be in the hopper. So as long as you don't mind dying and just picking up your stuff in the hopper, then I guess not too big of a deal. Alright guys, so this is only one room, and in the example grinder that I showed you at the beginning of the video, I have about 8 rooms. So you are going to need to build this many times over, but this room by itself would work. So I am just going to stand in here and wait for a mob to spawn. I do have the clip fast forward a little bit, and then once a mob spawns, I will show you guys that just to prove that they will start spawning in here. And this technically is enough to be a mob grinder, but you do need to build a lot more of these rooms for it to be very efficient. Alright guys, so you see after waiting a little while, probably took about a minute, we got this skeleton to spawn, and that's all that spawns. So like I said just a second ago, you do have to build a lot of these rooms. But if I push the skeleton into the water and he walked the rest of the way, he will fall down, and then he did die on the hoppers. So if I check the hoppers, see right there we have his arrows and his bones. There we go. It is pretty easy to add on to these rooms. You don't have to build a bunch of different drop tubes. You can go back into your spawning area and go ahead and build a hole right above the drop tube and just build another room on top of it. And you can also branch out to the side. That's another easy way to do it. But from here you can see we have the same exact layout, so you can just start building your water streams like this, and then just build as many rooms as high as you can, and that'll get you the most efficient mob grinder that you can have. Like I said, you can build out to the sides. That does take a little more, or a little bit of a different layout, so I would suggest just building upward. I can show you though in my other mob grinder. Let me get to it quick. You can see that I do have a bunch of rooms going up, and I have all those rooms to the side too. So that one, I think there's a total of what, like 10 rooms or something, and it was a pretty decent rate of spawning. So like I said in the beginning of the video, the main idea I wanted you guys to get out of this is not exactly how to kill off the mobs, like the little drop tube that we showed you, but just how to spawn them. This is probably the most efficient way to kill them, but you could also drop them to the point where they have like half a heart left and then kill them with a sword if you want experience. A lot of different ways to do that. The main idea was just showing you how to spawn them. Alright guys, thanks for watching our mob grinder / spawner video. I hope that you found it helpful. If you did, go ahead and drop us a like and a comment. And if you have any questions about the video at all, leave those in the comment section too, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and join the cul-de-sac by clicking on that subscribe button for more Minecraft videos, and of course follow us on Twitter at @TheEdBoys. All links are in the description.